Hi guys, welcome to my video. I do just want to say really quick before you keep watching that this video contains major plot spoilers for season 4 of Stranger Things. So if you have not seen season 4 yet, or even season 3, if you haven't seen season 3, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, don't watch this video at all, because I'm sure there's something in it that could spoil something of season 3. But if you haven't watched season 4 yet, you can still watch this video. Just stop watching it at this time code, because this is when the spoilers start. So yeah, go watch season 4 and then come back and watch the rest of the video. Thanks for watching. Love you. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's Mikinna, and this lighting is so bad. I can see it in my camera. It's so bad. Do I need to stand back here? Is that better? Because you can, but then I feel like I'm far away. I don't know. We're just gonna have to make do with what I got going on. Oh, my niece just popped. I'm kind of a mess right now. But if you're watching this, that means season 4 of Stranger Things is out. Thank God, we've been waiting forever. Well, at least the first part of it's out. I guess not all of it is out yet, but most of it is. I don't know what this video is, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't really know how to start it. I'm gonna like decorate my living room right now to watch the new season, and I'm gonna stay up all night and watch it. Well, maybe not all night. I'm gonna like stay up until it comes out and then like watch like an episode or two and then go to bed and sleep for a few hours, because that's what I did with the last season, and I felt like it worked really well. I think this is gonna be like me staying up all night. I'm gonna like decorate and we're gonna have fun, and then I'm gonna like watch the show. I don't think I'm necessarily gonna like react to it. I'm not gonna call this a reaction, but I will probably show my reaction to certain things. I'll like record myself watching it. And then I think after I watch the entire season, or the first volume or whatever we're getting now, after I watch it, I'll like sit down and kind of talk about it and stuff like that. So this video is kind of going to be all over the place, and I have a feeling it's going to be really long. But anyways, we're just going to jump right into it. So it's Thursday, and it's like 3:15 right now. So we have, I think, 11 hours until the show comes out, because I'm in the Midwest and it doesn't come out until 2 a.m. in my time zone. The last season that came out, season 3, I threw like a party and like decorated my entire house and had people over, and we like played games and made all this Stranger Things themed food, and we had like tablecloths and plates and napkins, and like my whole house was decorated. I went all out. I'm still gonna decorate my house. I'm not like having a party, or I'm not like having people over. It's just me and my mom, but I still wanna like decorate and get festive. I'm gonna make like a little fort on the floor and like put blankets and stuff. Also, first of all, my outfit does not match. It's really bothering me that it doesn't match. Time to do something to my living room. I think I'm gonna lay down like regular blankets on the floor to make it soft, and then put like Stranger Things blankets on top, because I have a couple Stranger Things blankets. So I'm just gonna lay down a bunch of blankets and just make it cozy, because I like to sit on the floor. Some people get it, some people don't, but the vibes are just different on the floor. This is gonna be so much fun to clean up tomorrow, guys. I'm having the time of my life. So I got my blanket base down. That's what it looks like at the moment. So now I'm gonna put my Stranger Things blankets on top of these blankets. Okay, so I have 2 of these blankets. I actually think I have more. This is the first blanket I'm putting down, because I bought a bunch of these and gave them as party favors the last season when I had all those people over at my house. And I guess I had like extras, or like I bought extras because I wasn't sure how many people were gonna show up. But I have like 3 of the same blanket. And this is the other Stranger Things blanket that I have that I've had for a million years. This one is definitely from the first season. This is squad goals. There we go. And now I have pillows. I don't have that many pillows. And then I also found these. You get the point. The other thing I have to decorate are these Christmas lights. I decorated with these the last time I decorated my house for Stranger Things. Even though they're like kind of season 1 specific, I still feel like they like carry the vibe of the whole show, so I'm still gonna put them up anyways. And I feel like we need some mood lighting. I think it's cute. Are these a fire hazard? If I put these on the couch, are they gonna like catch on fire? Cute! Is that cute? I have no idea. Also, I found balloons. These are literally from the last Stranger Things party I threw, because they're black, red, and blue. So they're like the Stranger Things colors or whatever. So I'm gonna blow up some of these. Ta-da! Okay, so the lighting again is bad and there's dogs barking outside, sorry, but I found pizza. I like Googled what all the companies that Stranger Things like collabed with for this season to like try all the food they're putting out and like stuff like that, like try stuff. This was not on any website I found. The only thing that they had that I wasn't able to find was like these vegan chicken nuggets or like plant-based chicken nuggets that I couldn't find, but I found this instead, and these were at Walmart, and they had like different kinds of pizza too. This one's just pepperoni, so we're gonna try some Surfer Boy pizza. I want to open it and look at it though. It looks like a pizza, but it looks like this. It looks good though. I'm gonna cook this. I'll be back to try it. Here is the pizza. It looks really good. There's a lot of pepperoni on it. It does kind of look saucy, which I'm picky about pizza sauce. I always get my pizzas with light sauce because I don't like super saucy pizzas, but it looks like there's a lot of crust. So I feel like the crust to sauce ratio might balance it out, if you know what I mean. So it looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna try it on my Stranger Things plate that we had left over from the last party I had. Oh my god, that's good. The crust is like crunchy. I don't know why. I guess like frozen pizzas. Like the crust is crunchy, but like that is like crunchy. But that's good. Okay, guys. So I have some iced coffee in my mug so that I can stay awake. And I have season 3 on. I'm not really watching it. I just rewatched it like a couple days ago, so I don't need to rewatch it again. We're gonna rewatch the last 2 episodes like right before. We got like 5.5 hours, so like not too long. We're just chilling. Yeah. We're about to start. I also have ice cream now, so if you see me eating something, I'm eating ice cream. 3, 2, 1. I'm scared. Ooh. I don't know who that is. I'm so
looks like Brenner.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's Brenner.
Wow. That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, what's the music?
They didn't release the soundtrack early, which I was so mad about.
What is going on?
I'm not quite sure.
Did you hear me?
Oh god, not the clock.
Listening this up for you, sweetheart. You're going to look
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh.
She's imagining it though, right?
But I think that Vecna thing can turn into other things. I feel like I read that. So I guess she is imagining it because she's like still there physically. Or it's in her head. Because like I was talking about the dreams. Do y'all remember that in my video? The dream thing? Because about the whole like Freddy Krueger symbolism. They are really playing with an R rating on this one. Oh my god. Oh wow. That was traumatizing. Okay, well we're gonna go to bed. I think in my head I just like need to be able to say that I stayed up and watched it as soon as it came out, but not necessarily all of it because I don't want to completely ruin my day for tomorrow, you know? So we're gonna go to bed and sleep for a few hours and then get up and watch the rest of it. Good morning, everyone. And not that it's morning for you, if it is, good morning, but we just woke up and we're gonna keep watching. Update after episode 1. Some of my theories were right, some of them were very wrong, but it's only the first episode, so we didn't really see that much. Oh, that works, thanks. It's scary, and I know they said that they were gonna make it scarier, and like I even said that like the trailer looked like a horror movie. That was scary.
I mean, I am a little shocked that you're saying it's scary. You've watched so many scary
No,
movies.
I don't.
I didn't think it was that
I'm not
scary.
saying it's like scary to me, like, oh, I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm just saying it's not like sci-fi. That's like horror.
Oh, right.
So like it's not necessarily like scary to me, but I'm just saying like it's like a different vibe.
Right.
Because it used to be like more like science-y and like there were villains, but they were more like monsters. Like this is like, that was like The Exorcist. Like all her bones broke. That was, and she was like floating. I don't know. But we're gonna watch the second episode. I need my glasses. I'm gonna go get my glasses because I can't see.
Does nobody there have TVs that work?
It's because of the electricity.
You saw him die, Joyce.
No.
If you don't have a body, they're not dead.
Exactly.
I didn't see a body.
I think I got it all figured out.
Really?
I do. And I think he's gonna be the next one to die.
That kid?
Yeah. Because whenever they start imagining it, that's when it can steal your soul and you die. Second snack of the show, waffles. You can't see them, but they're in there. And we put this like raspberry syrup on them that's really good and it looks like blood. So anyways, we're almost finished with episode 2.
I want you to join me.
See, I told you he was gonna die. Oh my god, wait. There was a clip in the trailer where Max was floating like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So does she get possessed or whatever's happening? We're on to episode 3.
Is it? 11 is dead. I'm not convinced. No.
Wait a minute, they think she's dead? Unless he's just saying that covering up for her.
Yeah. Because he saw her in like all the past seasons, but I think to the military she died at the end of the first season.
Oh my god.
I moved. I'm on the couch now.
So they're saying that Vecna was there before the Mind Flayer and before...
I think in their world it's
geez.
always been there, but it's just now because like Brenner and those people tried to open it into
Right.
the real world,
Right.
that's why it's becoming an issue
So
now.
now it was there in the 50s.
I
First
think
we
it's
were
always...
in the 80s, now we're in the 50s. Right?
Are they ever gonna just end it? It keeps coming back stronger, but
In a
can you
different
kill it?
form. Oh no, she's not already gonna die.
She can't die.
Well, everybody else is dying, she's gonna die.
They can't kill her yet. Somebody's gonna come in and save the day and she'll be the only one to survive. She's kind of like been exposed to the thing before, so she knows how to like fight it and not just like let it take her, you know? But I really don't get the whole thing with the clock. Okay, it's been a few hours. We sat, we thought about it for a little bit, took a little bit of a break. We watched a couple episodes. I don't know what I put the last thing, what episode we were on. We just finished the 6th episode. We're about to start the last one. There's another gate that's underwater. I think I said that in one of my videos. I thought there was gonna be like multiple gates. Snap. What? Are you kidding me? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep after that. Okay, well my camera's about to die. I'll talk to you guys about it tomorrow. I need to sleep on that for a little bit. Okay guys, let's talk. I slept on it, I've thought about it, and I think I'm ready to talk. I don't even know where to start. First of all, I'm just gonna talk about the entire season as a whole, or the part of the season that we have. I know the season's technically not over yet, but what we have. That was not what I was expecting. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, because I like to be fully transparent, I was not expecting to like this season as much as I've liked past seasons. Because for me, I'm not the biggest fan of like sci-fi. I'm not a very like science-y person. A lot of the time, like fantasy stuff and stuff like that doesn't really keep my attention, and it's not super entertaining to me. This chair's really squeaky, I'm sorry. I like Stranger Things, obviously I've been watching it for years, but my favorite parts of the show aren't like the sci-fi parts. Like that part of it that's not why I watch it. And from like the trailers and stuff this season, it seemed like they were gonna lean more towards like only sci-fi and less of like all the other stuff that they have in it, which like the show is based around like a like somewhat scientific plot, so I get that it's in there, but like I thought they were going to focus more on like the science of like how all of this was created and like all of that, and that's why I wasn't really expecting to like it. But I honestly really liked it. I had expectations for it, and like I kind of thought I knew the vibe to expect, and like it completely was not that. So I don't want to say it like exceeded my expectations, because my expectations were wrong. A lot of my theories were wrong. Totally not what I expected, but like in a good way, because I really liked it. I definitely liked season 4 better than I liked season 3, in my opinion. I just thought it was better. Going along with like the whole sci-fi thing, I feel like it was less sci-fi and more like horror movie vibe, which I talked about that in my theories video, and I talked about it earlier in this video. It was very violent it was so intense, I feel like is the only way to put it. There wasn't a lot of like light stuff in it, because I feel like in past seasons the amount of like violence and gore and fighting and like all of that kind of like balanced out with like fluff stuff, kind of, you know, things that aren't super heavy. But like this season, like all of the people, all of the kids, all the characters were like having trouble with something. Like nobody was just having a good time. But even to like piggyback off of the like horror movie thing, there were so many clues to like 80s horror movies, that like little like symbolic things that were really similar. Horror movies are my favorite. I love like 80s slasher films and like old horror movies. Those are my favorite. So I've seen a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of them multiple times. So I feel like there were so many scenes where I was like, oh my god, that looks like this movie. Like they definitely got some inspiration from that. Like I talked about in my last theories video, I think, the symbolism to Freddy Krueger and the Nightmare on Elm Street. I think Dustin even referenced Freddy Krueger and his like boiler room. The whole thing of Vecna kind of targeting people who are like in pain or have past trauma or have like done something bad in their past is like, what movie is that? I can't even think. Is that Friday the 13th? There's some like horror movie that's about, I think it's Friday the 13th. Some villain kills people who have like sinned or have done bad, and I think that's Friday the 13th. I don't know. And you know, Vecna being able to turn into things that scare the people, or the things that caused their like trauma, which is kind of like Pennywise and It. And there was a scene when Max first saw Vecna. I think it was one of the first times she like was in contact with like the upside down, and like in the whole like dream thing, she was talking to her mom, and she was like outside like hanging close up on a clothesline, which if you've ever seen the It miniseries that came out in the 80s, one of the first scenes that Pennywise is seen, and there's like a little kid, and I think she's on like a bike or something, and there's like clotheslines and he's like hiding in between the clothes. So that scene with Max kind of mirrored that scene from It. I mean, the two kids that lived in the Creel house could be related to like the twins from the hotel in The Shining. The whole thing of like, I don't even know really what Vecna's doing when he's like sucking their like soul out, or I don't really know what they're doing, but that, and then they like float. That happens in It, you know, like we all float down here. Like there are so many things that I was seeing in the show, and I was like, oh my god, that is from this horror movie. And like I love that because I love horror movies, and I know that the Duffers love horror movies, and it was, you could just tell that they got a lot of inspiration from that. But also another really cool thing about that is that you can tell that a lot of work went into this. Like I honestly think that this was worth the like 2-3 year wait, however long we had to wait for it. You can tell with like the special effects. Like there were some special effects that like I wasn't the biggest fan of. Like the Demogorgon fighting like Hopper and the prisoners, like that, they weren't really fighting, it was more attacking. But that, I didn't really like that, in my opinion. I feel like the Demogorgons, I did not really want to see like a human being shaped thing attacking. I don't know, I just thought that was weird, and like I couldn't really take that part of it seriously. But again, maybe it's because I'm not really like a fan of like the fantasy sci-fi kind of stuff, so like that was kind of iffy to me. But the effects of that looked really good. Like it looked believable, but like it just, I don't know, something in my head like disconnected from that. Yeah, that was pretty much it. But all of the other effects were really cool, and like if you know me, I want to work in the film industry and make movies and stuff like that, so I'm kind of like a nerd when it comes to like special effects and filmmaking and stuff like that. But it was really good. You can tell that their budget was sky high. The episodes were so long, and all of it was like really good. It was like watching a movie, like cinematography wise, it was like watching a movie. The only other thing that I was not the biggest fan of was how they ended the 7th episode. I don't know when they made the decision to release it in like 2 volumes, if it was like before they finished editing it or after. They left too many things open-ended. Like the cliffhanger of 11 and like the whole thing with 1 and Vecna and how the gate was created and all of that. That was a really good cliffhanger. Like, that was a good way to end the episode. But, like, the plot of Nancy being stuck in the Upside Down and whatever, like, Jonathan and Mike and Will are doing in Utah, and the whole thing with, like, Joyce and Hopper, those just seemed, like, very abruptly ended. And I get that, like, the little subplot with 11 was, like, the big one, but it still felt really abrupt that I'm like, I don't even remember where half of the other characters are and, like, what they're doing. So I wish they would have ended it a little bit cleaner, but I don't know if they made the decision to cut it into 2 volumes after all that was edited, because if it did, then I get that, why they had to end it that way. I'm interested to see how they start the 8th episode, because if it doesn't recap where all the characters are, I'm gonna be very confused. That was another thing that I didn't mind it, but my mom wasn't really a fan of it, and looking back, I kind of, like, agree with her that there are so many different little, like, subplots. Like, you have 11 and Brenner and Doc Owens doing one thing, and then you have Nancy, Steve, Eddie, and Robin doing something else, and then you have Lucas and Max and Dustin and Erica in another place, and then, like, Jonathan and Mike and Will and, like, all of them, they're all over the place, and, like, they would jump back and forth. And especially the thing with 11, like, her being in the lab and being in the past, and then also, like, real life compared to what was happening in the past, it all got so confusing, and there was such like a warped concept of time that, like, I had no idea when anything was happening. They were talking about how the Upside Down is, like, technically in the past, and, like, their house was stuck in time. It got a little confusing, but I think there's, like, a reason for that, because obviously all the characters are like all over the place and are, like, scared and are trying to figure out how to, like, get rid of this thing. So, like, they kind of want to give the audience the same feeling of, like, being all over the place and not really knowing what's going on. Overall, I have a very positive opinion about it. Those were just the few little things that I wasn't the biggest fan of, but everything else I really liked. I have no idea what the last 2 episodes are going to be about, like, how they're going to end this, but, like, also still have another season. I'm assuming 11 gets her powers back because she kind of has to if they're going to do anything. So much happened, but then also, like, I feel like the last episode really just focused on 11, so I'm like, I don't even really know, like, I don't know. I don't want to make this video too extremely long. I'm sure I will talk more in depth about the season once we have all of the episodes and the rest of them come out. But if you want to talk to me more in depth about things I thought about, like, specific plot points and stuff like that, feel free to, like, comment on this video. We could chat about it. DM me on Instagram. I don't know. I love talking about it. It's really interesting, and I know that a lot of you guys like it too. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications so that you never miss posts, and I will see you guys next Sunday with a new video.